Hearty welcome everyone online and everyone here in person. I just stop all this music, sorry about that. Welcome, Philip.
Thank you.
So very nice to have you here. As per usual, we will start with a little bit of explanation about what is this meditation that we're doing. And then we'll go into our meditations deeper and deeper. But what I thought we would discuss, the concept of motherhood. And the mother. And it's a concept that's kind of disappeared over the ages, but now it's making a comeback. And we were just talking a little earlier, Philip, how with through the ages, the various religions and incarnations who came at the various points of humankind's existence, the balance got a little bit out in that the feminine aspect was a little bit neglected, shall we say.
Forgotten about.
Forgotten about, yes, that's nice.
Has become more modern.
Yeah. And do you think that's the effect of materialism?
I think it's an effect of the basic the ego, not understanding the subtlety. And materialism has driven us off into the right, into the ego. And what originally the mother was worshipped extensively, prehistory. And it's interesting enough, we were talking before, that the oldest known statue or image in the world is of the mother goddess, the earth. It's from Europe. And throughout the world, the mother, the feminine, was extensively worshipped because of people's association with the earth. And there is a saying, the Mother Earth, and that's sort of universal. But it's the power, it's the energy that sustains it all. You've got the God, the Father, God, the Mother, and they are the same. They're unified in the sense of to make it work. And for us to roll on in evolution, you've got to have that feminine quality, because that's the Mahalakshmi principle which keeps us moving and evolving, pushes us on.
And that feminine quality is whether you're a man or a woman.
It's in there, yeah.
So it's in all of us.
Yeah,
so that's would you say in the chart that we've got, the 3 channels, how we tend to say that we use our futuristic side, that would be the masculine side,
yeah.
And we use our left side, or the emotional side, that's our feminine side.
Yeah.
And so what we're doing when we start this meditation, Melinda, is we're connecting with our feminine side. But more than that, at the base of the spine, we've got that evolutionary
mother principle,
motherly principle, and that's actually the Kundalini.
Yeah, Kundalini is the mother within us, and it's interesting that in this era, this was to happen, predicted that we would reach our spiritual self, which is through the awakening, it's through the yoga, the second birth, the moksha, or the enlightenment, whichever you like to call it. This has been spoken of for history, that we would come to the point where we would get another awareness, and it's in this period because we've evolved to the point where we've got to advance more, and that's when that energy rises in that central channel. We've already got the left side, we've already got the right side, which is the sun and moon within us.
The yin and the yang.
And it's once again universal.
Yeah.
And the central channel, when the Kundalini, which was residual,
You see that?
is awakened, it's sitting there waiting. And what Shri Mataji gifted to the world is that in 1970 she started to expose this to individuals, that within them they've got this, it awakens, comes up through the top. Union or yoga here breaks through as a cool breeze. There's an energy on the central channel, which is the Mahalakshmi, the channel. The Kundalini represents that energy that creates it all, or whatever. Even these flowers here are through the energy of that. It's made us.
Mother Nature.
Mother Nature. And when it comes up and breaks through, that union occurs. You can feel it within yourself. And then through the meditating with this energy, the mothering energy, you become more towards your spirit in the heart. As humans, unrealized or unyogad, we're using left or right side, which is conditioning or ego. And they came in first, the left side came in. We came through the more animal stage, earthy stage. Then the right side came in, we became more modern. Now we need to go to the center, which is awakened by the energy. And when we feel it within us, and we use this for our meditation, the central channel gets established. So we strengthen the mother principle within us. And this doesn't matter whether male or female, it's still there.
Yeah.
And the mother principle today, in its honesty, is actually been forgotten. And that's by a lot of cultures. And we've got to realize that, because the mother principle is beautiful. It is the ultimate in the end, but it's not aggressive or anything like that. It leads us to the spirit, which is the peace within ourselves. And it's through that mother principle, when it's awakened, we can go to it. And the beautiful thing about Sahaja Yoga, you can feel this for yourself as it developed. And that's the primary thing about this. No money involved, no strings attached. It's within you. It needs to be awakened. Breakthrough as a cool breeze up here, giving the union, the yoga or the moksha or enlightenment, second birth, whatever you'd like to call it. And then you can feel it for yourself and use the knowledge which is gained through the teachings of Shri Mataji to work on yourself to establish that mother principle.
So that's
very important.
Very exciting times we're in.
It is. Yeah.
And it's, if we go to the mothering of each other as opposed to competing with each other.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's
very different.
The goal of peace is more likely.
Yeah.
Because if we're fighting, when's that ever going to be peaceful?
No. Even between male and female, it's about being male and female. You've got to understand the motherhood, the principle is in with all of us, and it is peace. Yeah. And it's like that. And it's not one over the other or one's better than the other or competition. It's actually there. And once you realise that it's the spirit within your heart in the end, that's silent and joyful, ultimate. So it's not wants to clash or do all this sort of stuff which is happening today.
And the good thing about it is it's a feeling thing. So you're relying on your feeling.
It's on your feeling.
As opposed to what you're thinking. So it's not mental exercises. You just forget about the brain stuff.
Yeah.
Feel it.
You got to go above the brain.
So anybody can do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's not
it's inbuilt.
You don't have to have 3 PhDs.
No. This is a beautiful, this system is within every human. We're created like that. So we have a left side, right side, and we evolve to the central one, awakened by the Kundalini. And this is whether you're from that country, this religion, that society, it doesn't matter. We've been created so we can find the ultimate within ourselves. I think it says in the Bible something about the heaven is within us. Yeah. And it's not only in that book, but also others, they talk about the ultimate being in us. But it can't be outside. Yeah. We've tried materialism, politics, all this sort of stuff. Got us nowhere.
And Mecca is actually inside us.
Mecca's in us. Allah is there. God's there. Mother's there. Yeah. And it's like, and the beautiful thing about it, we can say how wonderful it is. And I always relate the fact when I first came, and this was mentioned to me, I went, oh yeah. I think my words were, okay, I'll give it a go. But when the Kundalini rises, you feel it. And I went, oh, because it is so beautiful. And it's not sort of bang of fireworks or party. It's not that, that's right side. You're talking about a centre where it's calm, in the moment, peaceful, there. And the beautiful thing about the meditation is what you go to and practice is it establishes the central channel where you're in the moment. When we think, we go left into the past and regret or get miserable about the past or blah, 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 blah. Or we go to the right and project. Oh, tomorrow. What this does, it places in the moment. And the meditation is a silence. And it's a beautiful place to be. And it's like, it's what the world needs. And this is due to the humans and the evolutionary principle. We are to become the spirit. We are to become peaceful. That's why we're created. And that's what we got to get to. And this is what they've all talked about.
So the main thing is that we should actually do it.
Exactly. So you can actually feel it.
It's very easy, very simple.
Yeah. Well, that's what Sahaja means, doesn't it? Simple and spontaneous. Yep. Yeah, that's the name Shri Mataji gave it.
Do you want to take us through our first kickstart?
Okay.
And everyone who's done it before can revisit.
This will help. This also, for those who've been through it before, this is also helpful to
refreshing
and clear.
The more times you do it.
Yeah. Open our hands on our lap.
We've all got our shoes off, so
all the shoes are off.
If you're online for the first time, good to be in touch with that Mother Earth we were talking about.
Very important. Yeah, she's very important. And remembering that this energy is residual, and through putting our attention on this, because of the vibrations that are here, she will respond, because that's what she's there for, to give us that. It's like our heart beats for us. The whole system works for us. And this is on a spiritual level, this energy will work for us. So all we need to do is open our hands We can close our eyes. We'll go through a process where we place the right hand, leaving the left hand open. We'll place it on the various chakras, and we'll take an affirmation at each of these points. And this will help the Kundalini to rise. She's waiting there for this. She's waiting there for us. So place our right hand on our heart. And here we can ask a question about ourselves. Am I the spirit? And that quality is actually in our heart. It's that silent reflection of the greater. It's peaceful and it's silent, but it's the biggest thing. In its gentle way, it's the most. Am I the spirit? It's a question. Take our right hand down to the left-hand side of our navel. And we're working on the left side of ourself where our desire comes from. And here we ask the question, am I my own teacher? Or master or guru? This is what we have to become by understanding ourselves from the inside. We ask the question, am I my own teacher? Take the right hand down to the leg, where the leg joins the body on the left-hand side, and we ask quite a fundamental question. Am I the true knowledge? Yes, there's not a lot of knowledge around, but the knowledge we have has to be honest and valuable to ourselves. And that's the pure knowledge. Am I the pure knowledge? And we can affirm that by saying that we are that. Intrinsically, we are that. It's inbuilt, and we have to come to know it. I am the true knowledge. Take our right hand back to the left-hand side of the navel. Remembering these are areas which are subtle within us. They're the chakras. And this one here is to be our own teacher. We are to become that. That's the part of knowing ourselves. I am my own teacher, my own master, my own guru. We go back to the heart with the right hand, and here we can say to ourselves that I'm not the past, I'm not the future, I am the spirit, which is eternal and in the present. I am the spirit. There's that lovely saying of knowing thyself, and the self is our spirit in our heart. We take the right hand up to the left shoulder where it joins the neck, and here, this area gets affected when we feel guilty. And here we can say to ourselves, I am not guilty. I am not guilty. Because guilt can sit on our shoulders, literally, and weigh us down. I am not guilty. Take that right hand to the back of the head, and here, this area, it's known as the Agya Chakra, very important area where we forgive ourselves. We let go of the past. It's like I'm not guilty, I forgive myself. Similar. Helps us clear our past. I forgive myself. Take that right hand to the forehead, across the forehead. Once again, a very important area. Where we forgive everyone. Often things can happen to us which really test us. It could be our own behaviour, other people's behaviour, but in the end, we forgive. It's one of our great qualities. I forgive everyone. And please make me a forgiving person. I forgive. Place the palm of the right hand on top of the head. This is where our crown sits, our lotus, our halo. The top of the head has always been, particularly in the art world, given as a lotus, a halo, tongues of flame. It's an area of life, of opening. And here we ask for our yoga, our self-realization, our moksha, second birth, self-realization. This Kundalini energy needs to break through here to give us that connection. So we ask for that to happen. Please open my Sahasrara, or my crown, or my lotus. Please give me my yoga. You lift that hand upwards. Just see what you feel there. You may be feeling a cool breeze. It is subtle, but also look at how you're feeling inside yourself. You may find your mental activity actually is quietened. And open our eyes, take our right hand and lift up the front. We're asking the Kundalini to strengthen. So she responds to these desires. She's intelligent. We want her to strengthen. Bring our hands up higher like so. Just see what you're feeling on your hands as well. Because once this breaks through the top and comes through as a cool breeze, as a fountain, The font is why it's called a fontanelle bone. The top is a small fountain. May feel vibrations flowing in your hands to show that that has actually occurred. And feel again above the head with our hand. Verify for yourself that you can feel something there. And I want to talk you into it, that's not the aim. It's what you can actually feel, because it is there, the Kundalini. You feel something in your hands or here. It follows the spine up through the Agya chakra, the middle of the brain, pops up there, because there's a channel that is there for it to pass in, comes through as a cool breeze. See how you feel as we go along. We have to be patient, because this is subtle, and it's been there waiting, and we'll go on with the program, and then it'll strengthen, yeah.
We could give ourselves a little bit more balancing. We can do the balancing, and this is where we drop our right hand down towards Mother Earth. So we'll just do that now, everyone. And your left hand is the one you're trying to strengthen and clear any habits or anything that's sticking on that's dragging you away from the central channel. So with your eyes closed, just allow the Kundalini to do the work, clearing out anything that's hampering our growth. So while you're doing that, you can gently let your attention float back up to the crown area, to the lotus, to the Sahasrara, the 1,000 nerves at the top of our head. Just see what's happening there. And let's do the right side now. So bring the right hand back up on our lap and bending the left one so that your palm is facing behind. Again, with your attention floating up to the top of your head. So you're just allowing your mothering energy to funnel out any heat, any overthinking you've had to do during the day. Just watching it all from that crown area. And as you're doing this, in the days to come, you'll start to feel the right hand becomes cooler. You'll notice any heat going out into the air via that left hand that's bent. Just keeping your attention on top of your head. Don't forget to breathe. And then bring that hand back. So both hands are open on your lap. Just with that right hand cupped, bring up the energy from the base of the spine up onto the top of your head a couple more times. And just be in the silence for a moment. We'll find a lovely video excerpt before our next meditative state, which is quite a strong talk. about the mother in principle. And probably the TV is going to come on very soon. Just make it big for everyone else here to see that. And those first few words there, which you probably won't hear in a minute, is that if you go mental, then you cannot understand many things. So it's a good place to start.
But if you are spiritual, then you can understand. For example, we see Mother Earth giving us these flowers and all that. How can we go mental about it? It's a living process. For any living process, we cannot get mental. So now you will say, all right, this is because the seed has got this and the seed is planted. But how? Why? That you can't answer. Can never answer. Then you'll keep quiet. But say, if there's a sage, he'll say, all right, this is Mother Earth. She wants to give to her children these flowers, fruits, these trees. So she's working it out. So one has to jump from one conditioning of materialism. Now you should see in matter, energy never moves. Energy is stationary. It never moves. And also energies which are moving, so-called, like electricity, this, that, are absolutely blind. Supposing there is electricity here flowing, all right, well and good. But supposing somebody stops it, it will stop. It has no mind. It is a mindless thing. So in materialism, you become mindless. You start seeing also that within yourself, that you have become mindless. And becoming absolutely, I should say, like robot sometimes, which is mindless, which is fixed quantity. And I see very much clearly in the West, I have seen that people have very fixed ideas. It's difficult for them to get out of it because they don't have that movement towards the spiritual subtlety where one can use the mind to do something. We would say that Mother Earth has got the mind. No, that nobody can believe in the West, except for Sahaja. That the Mother Earth produces these vigrahas. She produces these deities. Nobody will believe. How can you believe such a thing? That this Mother Earth thinks, that this Mother Earth produces these things? But logically you can see, logically. Say a tree has a certain height. The fruits have a certain shape, certain colors, flowers same. Who changes all the seasons? Especially in India, it's very clear-cut 6 seasons. It's called as Ritambhara Pragya in the Hatha Yoga. Now, that is the one which is a lady, which thinks. She has a mind of her own, she decides. And she works out everything. This concept was doubly denied in the West. First is that they cannot accept a goddess. Woman has no part. Right from Socrates onward, nobody has talked much about a woman, except of course there is Sakina and all that, but it's very minor roles they have. Greeks had goddesses who were just like human beings, so that also gets ruled out. And very little was accepted. And when Christianity came, some of the Christians saw to it that there should be no mention of the mother in any way. But despite that, people worshipped the mother. They worshipped the mother of Christ as some like a goddess. Though in the Bible she's talked as a woman in a very derogatory style. She's addressed So the conditioning of people is about the power of God who hangs somewhere in the air. That He's there and that He gives us everything. But what is the communication? What is the justification, or what is the logical thing? How to explain? So you have to say it is a mystery. God is a mystery, He hangs somewhere in the air, He does everything. And how can people believe in it? So the Christian conditioning has been even worse than, I think, Jew conditioning. Because they just took it out, Christ's mother away. Though the painters, artists wouldn't do that. They wouldn't accept. They had the mother there. But despite all that, the motherhood has not been respected that should have been in the Bible, which is a very wrong thing. While Mahalakshmi herself incarnated as Mother Mary, herself, and to say about Mahalakshmi as a woman, I think is a great insult. And where women are insulted like this, where the goddesses are insulted, we cannot expect any spiritual growth unless and until you accept that is the Shakti, is the mother who is the only thing that's the communication between us and the divinity. So this conditioning, Christian conditioning, has to go out as far as the motherhood is concerned. It's very surprising sometimes when I see how these people are trying to bring down the level of a goddess to just a woman. So this is a very big blessing in India, that they respect Mother as the Shakti. And that the whole thing is done by the movement of the Shakti, by the thinking of the Shakti, by the coordination and the understanding and the planning of the Shakti only. It's not done by God Almighty. He's just a spectator. She does everything. Once that concept can fit into your heads properly, then you will see so many conditionings will drop out. Because religion was organized, and in an organized religion you can put whatever you like, the way you want to put it. And it was such a big mistake. By that, people developed a lot of ego, lot of things against women. And also the first sin, they call the original sin and all that, is because of a woman. They really ill-treated women and they have no respect for them. So the women have changed their role, and instead of becoming mothers and goddesses, they have tried to become something like actresses. But you can understand that without the power, there is no sense in anything. And this is the power of love. And this is the power of truth. And once you get that power, you should humble down and know that this power is within us, which has given us all this knowledge, which has given us all this ability to raise the Kundalini. All this is because of energy within us, the Shakti within us. Without that, we are nothing. And that too is the mother who has done it.
Let's just meditate on those points for a minute. I'll put a bit of music on for us, and we'll try to take our attention back up to the crown of our head. Somewhere I'll find that music. Bear with me, just keeping your eyes closed. Should be here somewhere. A bit of music here. Just raise up your energy through the center, up to the top of your head, just touching there. And very slowly opening our eyes. Very nice with you all. Nice meditation. We'll finish our meditation with raising our energy and protecting ourselves. So it's a little exercise we do, Melinda, which is the left, our hand of desire, raises up, and the right one of action winds around it. So it comes under and over. And we tie a knot, because we really want to keep our attention up. We'll do it again. And I probably haven't turned the sound on. Everyone else, carry on. Oh no, it is on. And on the third time, we'll tie 3 knots. Then with all those vibrations that are flowing in your hands now, we do a bandhan, which is a protection. So all those lovely vibrations are going over from the left side to the right side and back again. So all our chakras are getting protected and fully vibrated. And this is your shortcut way of going into meditation every day. Just do this to start meditation and to end it. And that's approximately 7 times. And then you're set for the day, set for the night, as may be the case right now. So thank you, everyone. Any questions? Any?
My left palm is a bit hot.
Ah, left palm is hot?
And the right one is so.
Right one is?
Right one is so cold.
Right one is cold, left one is hot?
Left one is cold.
Probably right hand floor.
Yeah.
Do this some more. Oh, right hand down. I was.
Purely left and right on the side, yeah.
And then after doing this one, maybe I might feel better, but
Do it for a while.
didn't much.
Yeah, also might be good just to do half a bandhan, raising up the left side. Try that a few times as well.
Left side is hot.
Or the left side's hot, so that, but if you raise the right and take that to the left, that'll make it hotter, won't it?
Go here.
Go here. Good advice. Go here.
But still keep your hand like that. Yeah. Let it work. If you do that, the Kundalini knows it's intelligent and it'll work for you. That's the beauty of this. Where you got to realise you're not the doer. Everything we do, we're not really not the doer. That's what the ego wants to believe.
Yeah.
But this, by doing that, you let the vibrations work and cool your left side. If it's like that, your right hand's hot, same to that, and you let it work. But you've got to be patient. Yeah. Sometimes it's slower. Yeah. Did you feel it above your head?
I think it was a very calm experience for me.
Oh, good.
Not completely understanding it,
Feeling of it
the
is.
feeling of it.
Feeling.
But I think with the practice,
Yeah, but that's the secret.
yeah.
Even before you go to bed tonight, sit down, there's a guide there, do this, put on the bandhan, which is actually means armor or bonded protection. It's a Sanskrit word. And just try it for 10 minutes, quarter of an hour. Try and keep your attention here. If your attention wanders, don't pressure yourself. Just go, oh, back here. You wander off.
Mm.
It happens. It depends
That's
on how
what's
you are on the
happening.
day. Even to us, you go, no, not this. I want to go here. By doing that, you take your attention. So you become silent. You go above this.
Okay.
You can say, I forgive is a good one. I forgive. That opens it, lets it go, lets it happen. And that's the real secret, yeah. Even over these years that we've been practicing.
Oh, come closer, Philip. You're the invisible man.
Okay.
Here he is.
As long as I can hear
He's
him.
back.
Even over these years, you get up some mornings for meditation. or you sit down, have a talk, whatever. And the mind's just going, because you've been doing something, you've been active, or something's happened about the past, and you go, oh, okay. And you just do what's needed, come up here, I forgive, and let it happen. That's the secret. Because if we think the mind's going to do it, the mind is left and right. So past, that's our mind. Well, we'll let the energy and the suns go through the brain, and let the brain be the convert up to the silence. And that's, in the end, it becomes quite simple and Sahaja, but it's the mind that chatters.
Yeah, and tells you don't know what you're doing, or
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Or you need to find out the right thing to do. But if you just do what you
Just
feel.
go up to here.
I mean, it's good to get ideas from other people and what to try, but ultimately it's you're the trier of whatever ideas you get.
Yeah.
And if you spontaneously feel like doing something, maybe it's the right thing.
Yes, exactly. Spontaneity,
Yeah.
But the secret is to try it each day and let it grow. Remembering this, Shri Mataji describes it as sprouting the seed. Now you've got to let it grow into the rose or the oak tree or whatever it may be. That's in there, and we grow and let it develop so that we actually feel the quality of our heart, which is the next step up from the head onwards, in the sense of the quality of the heart. And we have to be patient.
I was very withering. I mean, I lost you at certain places, and then when you came here and here and here, that's where I caught you again. I'm like, okay, I can feel that. And then it's a bit of a challenge.
Well, one of the sheets there, or the handout, shows you this. You can practice that. That'll help you get your attention there, help clear through and strengthen the Kundalini. Try that each day, and be patient with yourself. Sometimes you might sit down and you're silent. The reason for that is you're on the center. You sit down, your thoughts over the past, you're in the left. Thoughts of the future, you're on the right. But sometimes you sit down and go, oh, this is nice. And you're on the center, and you're there, and that could happen depending on what's happening here. But you've got to be patient with yourself. That's the main thing.
Yo had a couple of good questions. Good job.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll answer those. I answered one of them, but I'll expand a bit further. The last question was a good one about the music, what chakra was it from? So interestingly, that was the Om sound. Now, Om, you might think it's OM, but it's actually AUM. And interestingly, it's for the left and the right and the central channel. So it's for our states of operation of our life. So that's good question, Yo. And the other one was about timing of foot soaking, whether you do it before dinner or immediately you come home from work, or, last thing before sleeping, whatever works for you, basically. So I think you'd already answered.
Well, the foot soaking is usually pretty good before, if your mind is active, and to get a good sleep, and it does work that way. You can have a foot soak just before you go to bed. It soothes the system. You'll probably find your sleep improves, because the thing that stops from sleeping is this. And once that's quietened, away you go.
Yeah, or conversely, when you get too tired, if you're going to sleep when you're too tired, you will think, oh, I couldn't be bothered. So I think, your idea of having it before dinner is also a good idea, because, you've got the energy to go and then you
it could be any
maintain
time,
actually any time, even if you're doing it in the morning or whenever. So it's what works for you, really. So
but what we recommend,
no rules as such, but
a timing thing is a meditation is, I always feel, is better when you get up in the quiet of the morning.
Before you're too active.
Before you're too active, raise your Kundalini, Pradabandhan, because that's when your mind is usually quite softened. And that's the ideal time. That's traditionally been the best time for meditation.
Yeah. I also find it's good just to have a few moments after you've had your foot soak to just enjoy those excellent vibes. You've just cleared yourself. So finish it off with a few minutes silence.
Patience and tenacious.
Tenacious. Good word to throw in there.
Keep going with it. Not in a right-sided way, push.
Persistent.
Do it, persistent, but do it gently.
Yeah.
And each day.
Yes.
And then, because it's like that's how it works. Yeah.
Yeah. If you've got a lovely cake, you can't eat it all at once.
Or when you make something, it's progressive.
It
to
is.
reach
It
the end
is.
of the making, or it's the same thing. Yeah.
Bit by bit.
The cake's a good analogy.
Must be hungry.
The better it goes along.
Oh, well, nice. I'll leave everyone online with got a concert.
You were asking for music and also.
Yeah. Oh, what music? Yes, you can have music.
So if she has a foot soak, that she need to meditate. You haven't answered that.
Oh, I answered direct to you, actually. On. Yep. But I'm going to put on some music, which is a concert. It's Zakir Hussain in shooting camps. And I'll just play a few minutes, well, maybe 6 minutes of it. And there's lots of yogis from a long time ago. You might recognise someone that briefly they show. But feel free to ask any more questions online, peeps. But I'll put that concert on just for a little while for you to enjoy.
I have a question to ask.
Yes, please.
Is this the procedure that is followed every Monday?
Sorry.
Is this the procedure that has been followed every Monday?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It varies. We usually try and have a different subject.
Right.
My turn to thank him for being so kind
Learning clearing.
and generous
It's
in offering
varied.
his support.
And we
on
try to do it so that
his is a thankless job
we're
today,
passing on what we know.
because he has to
those who
keep
have
playing
started,
a melody of the rhythm
themselves.
cycle that we would play today, and that melody repeats all the time over and over like a bass line or a vamp, as you would know it in Western music. And it's just for us to follow the cycle and know that where the beats are and where the first beat of the rhythm cycle is, because whenever we improvise, we try to finish on the first beat of the rhythm cycle. We do miss it occasionally, but we try not to let you know. So we have chosen a rhythm cycle which is very popular, very well known. It's called Teen Tal. I must point out that there are, just like in the West, 4/4, 6/8, 7/4 different rhythms like that. We have 360 different rhythm cycles in India. They are all known as tals. So the one we've chosen is of 16 beats, known as Teen Tal. And Ashik will play the melody of that, and then we will start with the Peshkar, the first movement. Thank you. Can you bring up all the Shure mics, please? Soundman, can you bring up the Shure microphones, please?
Good night, everyone.
So you're gonna back up tonight, I guess.